A very good morning, students. In previous video we have gone through lesson number 3.2, that is beaks and feathers, and we have completed till page number 79, and also we have learned something related to eagles, the facts. That is, eagles are raptors. Raptors is what, students? The birds that kills other animals or other creatures for their food. And also we have learned about eagles, the facts about eagles, that they have very strong muscular legs and powerful talons, and their eyes are extremely, that is very much powerful. They enable them to spot whom their food, the animals, their prey, to spot their prey from a very long distance. Now come to next paragraph, that is in page number 80. What it is given, the more about eagle is given here is eagles are large powerful birds. They are very powerful birds while soaring. While soaring means while flying high in the air, they look very splendid, very impressive. Splendid means impressive, and graceful, it means very attractive. If we will notice that a eagle is flying in the sky, we will find out that it look very much impressive and a kind of attractive movement we can see. Now in the next paragraph, what it is given, eagle is a common name for many large birds of prey. Now there is a common name for many large birds, it is given, that is the name of eagle is given. There are around 60 species of this bird. The species we can find of this birds can be 60. Most of these are found in Europe, Asia and Africa. This eagle, the species we can found in Europe, Asia and Africa. The eagle has always been regarded as the king of birds. The Roman soldiers used to carry the figure of an eagle on a pole when they marched into battle. Battle means a fight between large organized armed forces. Now, whenever there is a battle, the Roman soldiers, they usually used to carry the figure of an eagle on a pole. I want to show you this in a picture. Here you can see, students, that how that Roman soldiers carrying the figure of an eagle that is on a pole. Now whenever there is a battle, so they usually used to carry this. Now come back to the lesson. In next paragraph, it is given that the eagle has been used as a national emblem or sign by various European countries. In various European countries, the eagle sign is used as a national sign, national emblem. Now the white eagle, that is also known as the hawk or the falcon, was a favorite of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the 10th Guru of the Sikhs. Now the Guru Gobind Singh Ji, he was the 10th Guru of the Sikhs, and he usually liked this, the white eagle, that is the hawk or the falcon we can say. It was his favorite. Whose favorite? Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji's favorite. Now students, we have learned about eagle, that eagles are raptors, and raptors means they killed other creatures, other animals for their own food. So they are raptors and fly in the sky, and they spot their prey from, if they are in a very long distance, then also they can spot their prey from the very long distance, and they are a very powerful birds, and when it's soaring high in the sky it looks very much impressive and the movements is very attractive. And also what we have learned that most of these are found in Europe, Asia and Africa. It means the 60 species of the birds we can find in different parts of the world, that is in Europe also, in Asia also and in Africa also. So till now we have learned about eagle. Now let's know some facts about flamingos. Flamingos are tropical birds found in huge flocks in many parts of the world. First of all, before explaining this, I want to show you the picture of this flamingos. You can see here, this is flamingo. This is flamingos. Now it generally found in tropical regions. And what are tropical? Belonging to regions of the earth with a hot climate, where the climate is generally hot. There you can find these flamingos. Flamingos are also a bird. So they live in marshes and shallow lakes. What is marshes? Low wet areas of land where the land is wet. Wet areas will be there. We can find over there these flamingos. And shallow lakes means it's not that much deep. So that are shallow lakes. They have lovely pink feathers. The color of their feathers is lovely pink. A flock of these splendid, flock means a group of birds is called flock. So flock of these impressive birds, very attractive birds, is a wonderful sight. If we will look these flamingos in a flock, then it will look very much impressive, and as they have lovely pink feathers, it look like them very attractive. Then in the second paragraph, the flamingo's body is not much bigger than that of a goose, but its long legs and neck can make it up to 1.8 meters tall, including its neck and long neck and legs. You can see here, students, how long its neck. This is the neck and this one is the leg, which makes it so long, that is 1.8 meters tall. It pokes its head into the water upside down looking for shrimp. It pokes means it pushes sharply its head into the water and looking for shrimp. Shrimp is a kind of fish, a small fish that becomes pink when boiled. So for eating the shrimp that is present in the mud, it just pokes, it pushes very much sharply its head into the water so that shrimp can come to its beak, in the beak of this flamingos. Its hooked beak acts like a sieve. Its hooked means curved like a hook. See here how it is curved. This one. So its curved beak, hooked beak, acts like a sieve. Now what is sieve? A device used for separating solids from liquids. So here what you have noticed, students, what is a solid and what is a liquid? Solid here is a fish and liquid here is a mud. So shrimp usually lives in the mud and it push very much hardly. It push means flamingos used to push very much hardly into the water and looked for shrimp, that is a small fish, in the mud. Now that shrimp is a food for the flamingos. The trapped algae, trapped means from where one cannot escape. Algae is what? Very simple plants found in water. So the trapped algae and shrimp remain inside the beak. Means when it push hardly into the water, what happens? Not only shrimp, that is a fish, but that trapped algae also come inside the beak of the flamingos. While the water gets pumped out, the pink coloring in the shrimp and algae, white water that comes out from the beak of the flamingos, but the pink coloring in the shrimp and algae passes through the flamingo's body when they eat that shrimp and algae. The flamingos, when they used to eat this shrimp and algae, so what happened? It passes through the body of the flamingos and it gives color to its feathers. That is, we already learned about this, that they have lovely pink color feathers. Now, after knowing the facts about these flamingos, let's see whose number is next. Pelicans. Pelicans, first see the picture and you can observe that how flamingos look like. Sorry, it's pelicans. So pelicans are clumsy looking birds. Clumsy means that much not graceful in movement or shape. Their shape is not that much good. We can say clumsy means a kind of fatty type, but are graceful in flight. Means if they are in flight, they are very much graceful. When they are moving, they used to move very gracefully. They live in large colonies on lakes and other stretches. Stretches here refers to area. So they live in large colonies. While they are clumsy in looking. They are clumsy in looking means not that much graceful in movement, like lazy type, but they fly very gracefully. They live in large colonies. Where they used to live? They generally live on lakes and other areas of water. They have very large beaks. You can see in the picture that it is showing over here that how large their beaks are. The lower half of the beak has a big pouch of skin. Here it is a big pouch of skin where pelicans can hold the fish or their food. The pouch can stretch so that the pelican can hold even a big fish in it. Pouch here, bag of loose hanging skin. So here students, the pouch is given here, the big pouch they have, so that they can stretch. The pelican can stretch and they can hold a big fish even there in its beak. Beak means the pouch which they have. Now the pelican is a talented fisher. They are very much talented, means they have the ability to kill the fish. When it spots a fish from the air, when they notice the fish from the air while they are flying, then also they can notice the fish. It dives at a high speed straight down into the water. It just moves down straight into the water with a beak full of water and fish. Obviously they are moving from upwards to downwards, that is from a normal air to water. And when they move in a very high speed, what happen? After looking that fish, they want that fish, but with that fish they also get some water in the pouch, in the beak of it. So with a beak full of water and fish, it is too heavy to fly, as they hold that fish and water in their beak. So what happened? It becomes very heavy to fly for the pelicans. So it tips its head to the side to empty out the water. It tips means it bends. Pelicans used to bend its head so that the water, whatever the extra water is filled in its beak, it can pumped out easily. So they do like this. There is some angle, move to an angle, it bends its head. Now, a full grown pelican eats about half a kg of fish every day. Now, that is full grown means elder pelican that can even eats half kg of fish every day. Now, after knowing the facts about these pelicans, now come to parrots. You have seen everywhere these parrots. Now, parrots are birds that have the ability to imitate the human voice. Yes, you have seen everywhere, you have seen at homes. As a pet, everybody used to keep this parrot. So usually these parrots used to imitate, they have the ability to imitate, to copy the human voice. The African grey parrot can learn about 900 words. Now, what is the ability of African grey parrot is that they can even learn about 900 words. Now, there are over 300 kinds of parrots. Most parrots are green. Mostly we have find the parrots are green, but there are also parrots whose colors are blue, red, yellow, purple, black and white. We can find all these parrots also, different colors of parrots. The smallest member of the parrot family is the pygmy. Pygmy is the small size of the parrot of New Guinea. New Guinea is a place, the second largest island in the world after Greenland, in the Pacific Ocean to the north of Australia. It is situated. So pygmy is a small size of parrot. This is very small in size, and the size of this parrot is over 3 inches long. Now the largest is the macaw of South America. Which one is the largest one? The macaw parrots, a large parrot with brightly colored feathers and a long tail. It can grow to about 38 inches. The inches is given, that is, it can grow up to 38 inches. Most of the macaw's length is its long tail feathers. It has long tail feathers. Because of that long tail feathers, it is the largest parrot. Now come to the last paragraph. With its strong curved beak, you can see here that its beak is curved one. So, and it's very strong, it's very firm, that the parrot can even crack the nuts and bite of chunks of a fruit. Chunks means thick pieces. The beak of the parrot is that much strong so that it can even crack nuts and other thick pieces of fruits. Some parrots use their beak as a hand. You know how its beak look like. Now they usually use their beak as a hand to climb trees, means to move upwards to the trees. With their short legs, means by using their short legs, and this hand here refers for what, students? For their beak. So with their short legs and this hand, they can climb better than walk. So here, students, we have completed our lesson 3.2, that is beaks and feathers, and you will get the notes of this lesson on Tuesday. If you have any doubt, students, regarding my subject, then you can text me, as I know that you already have my number. So you can call or text me anytime. Thank you, students.